is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. It feels good to say that. Been a little bit of a while since I've done a video on the channel. It hasn't actually been that long, just feels like it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks has been since I did my last video doing the predictions versus reactions video up on the channel, if you haven't seen that one already. But yeah, 2 weeks feels like it's gone by quickly, but somehow been ages since I've done a video. But I thought we'd come back with a bit of a fun video, going over a bit of a channel update video to see how the channel got on over the course of the World Cup, go over some of the videos that did really well, having a look at all the new subscribers, where you guys are based, see what videos you were most interested in, and then also sort of looking ahead towards the next year as we get into 2024, which is coming around very quickly. Having a look at how we're probably going to be shifting some things up on the channel, making some changes to make my life easier, and hopefully try and make some more fun videos. There'll probably be some changes that people really don't like, probably some changes that people really do like. There's a 50-50 balance for it, but I thought it'd be fun to sort of come back with one of these videos. We do them from time to time because I know some people enjoy the sort of background stuff rather than just being the videos about rugby. Sometimes they enjoy the world of YouTube. They want to know about me, they want to know about the channel, they want to know about some of the analytics and stuff, whether or not we've got more giant crocodiles that are still sat in the back of frame, which we still need to name. We still need to have like an official name for that crocodile because he still sits there, does nothing with the videos. I think he's moved. I'm not sure how he's moved because I haven't moved. I'm not sure what Toy Story stuff is going on for him to have got closer to me. We're probably one day just going to see him attack me on video. But hey, that's what we do. So we're going to jump into the video. We'll check out some of the fun stats and analytics and stuff to do with the channel, go over that fun stuff. And then after we've gone through all that fun stuff, we'll talk about some of the changes, some of the things I'm going to be sort of mixing up on the channel a bit to try and make my life easier and hopefully come up with some new exciting videos on the channel. So starting out with the channel itself then. Now, what I probably should have done, I was thinking about this last night, when I actually sat down to do this video, I probably should have filmed this video just after the World Cup, because we could have had a nice succinct little picture of how the World Cup affected the channel and what have you. I was an idiot though, didn't do that. Had too many other things to do. Was trying to catch up with everything that I put off during the World Cup. I've been trying to do over the last 2 weeks. So in terms of the views and stuff, we're probably going to be slightly skew-if because obviously you might be able to see this this little bar here that starts down here and goes all the way across there. That is basically where I've not really done any videos bar that predictions versus reality video. So there's probably going to be a bit more of a baseline there. But over the course of the last sort of 3 months, which is the build-up to the World Cup and the World Cup, we can have a look at what's been going on. So number of views has gone up 365,000 views we had over the course of the World Cup. That is 150% more than on the previous 90 days. So I'm going to guess 90 days before that. I would expect that to be more. We're looking at 3 months. Impressions, 3.4 million people have had the opportunity to potentially click on a video, but maybe didn't. 8.4% of people see one of my videos pop up and click on it. It's kind of fun stuff to know. The average view duration is 3 minutes 34. I think that's just how YouTube is. People tend to sort of click off after about the first third, or they watch the full thing versus someone who watched none of it, so it cuts down that average. I don't think there's really a way around it. But you can see over the course of the World Cup, though, look at some of these spikes that we had going on here. What was going on that weekend? There's a big little jump there. That was the Springboks versus Scotland, Wales, Fiji. Yeah, that was a big weekend in terms of the World Cup. Definitely some big spikes on there. I imagine that was some other big games. Well, Australia, Fiji, Springboks, Romania did really well. That was, I thought, going to be a bit of a lower viewed video, but apparently you guys really enjoyed covering that one. In terms then of the videos that did well, the key moments for you guys watching, a lot of you guys enjoy watching the World Rankings videos. You definitely stay for a good chunk of those videos, which you want to see the fantasy results, you want to do that. I expect those ones to be higher. Nice to know that a couple of the preview videos and the reaction videos definitely got slightly longer views than the normal as well. Some of the videos that didn't do particularly well, weirdly, is like Argentina across the board. Basically, me covering Argentina, a lot of people not really interested in it. Don't know why that is. I enjoy talking about Argentina, but maybe we don't have as many Argentinian subscribers and stuff on the old channel. The top videos, yeah, like we always said, that's Scotland Springboks one, absolutely the top, 21.4 thousand. That's a lot for my channel. Channel my size, that is, 6 times the amount of subscribers that I have. So, that's a really well done video. We had a couple of the, normally the review videos, in fact, they're all the review videos, right? Yes, they're all the review videos. The review videos over the World Cup did well, as you'd kind of expect. The top 5 there, all of them being review videos, all of them getting over that 10,000 mark. A lot of you guys find it through the browse features, YouTube search. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the channel over the course of the World Cup. And then apparently 4.4 are others. Not sure what others are or how you find it. Maybe that's through like a Google search or something. Don't know how a couple of people have done that. But yeah, a couple of videos doing pretty well. In terms of you guys then, the audience of the Mad Dragon channel. Returning viewers, 40,000 people returned, which is nice to know. Guys, subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get us up there. Let's put us towards that 40,000 mark. It would be amazing. I don't think I'll get there for a long, long time. But 40,000, you keep coming back. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's keep that subscribe button going. Unique views, 190,000 different people. Yeah, the World Cup, obviously a big thing. You expect rugby channels to do pretty well over that. But over the course of the actual World Cup, 1.4 thousand subscribers joined the channel, which is a lot considering before the World Cup started, I think we just cracked the 3,000 marker because I think some of the summer internationals did pretty well in terms of views and stuff. But over the course of the World Cup, 1.4 thousand more subscribers on the channel. So thank you to everyone who has hit that subscribe button. Moving down then, videos that are growing the audience. Didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, a lot of the review videos and the preview videos, that is what people tend to watch. That seems to be, it's sort of the issue with rugby YouTube. You're pretty pigeonholed into doing one thing. I tried a couple of videos where I tried some different things and incorporated some footage from the rugby. They just copyright strike them. I've seen other guys trying to do different styles of videos. Copyright strikes. It's really hard to get away from just doing the review videos and the preview videos, right? They unfortunately are pretty much the only thing you can really do on YouTube that feels like you can talk about rugby. I would like there to be more ways to do fun rugby videos that weren't just stood in front of a camera and just sort of reviewing the game and what happened. I'd like to incorporate more things like clips from the game and go over some of the things that work really well. But yeah, they unfortunately YouTube just doesn't allow that at all. World Rugby doesn't allow it. YouTube actually does, but World Rugby doesn't allow that. Channels your audience watches. Egg Chasers. Egg Chasers blew up over the course of the World Cup. He hit that algorithm and ran with it. Every single video seemed to be like 6 figures in terms of views. Just absolutely exploded. He's up to 61,000 subscribers. 2 Cents down there on 76, which again, I think 2 Cents does some awesome videos. I think he does some really interesting content that really dives into a lot of things I wouldn't even think about. I think he only went up by like 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers over the World Cup. Considering his size already, one of the hardest things on YouTube is not necessarily like getting the views when you're already like a certain size. It's actually being discovered. That's one thing I've noticed across the World Cup is some of the videos did really well. We hit a couple of them that got into the 10,000, 20,000 marker. But a lot of those ones that did really well were specifically about the Wales videos. I know we have quite a lot of the Wales subscribers on the channel, so they help you get there initially. A couple of the big games like the Springbok Scotland was good as well. The Fiji videos did well as well, but I think I'd started covering some of the games that other people weren't covering. As soon as I started covering the big matches like the Ireland-New Zealand one or the France versus South Africa one, I did actually notice my views dropped off because I think some of these bigger guys, 2 Cents or Egg Chaser, I think they get their videos out and they take off, and it's actually much harder to get discovered, which is how it's hard to actually get views as a smaller channel. So the fact that like 2 Cents is actually on 76,000 and pulls big views on every single video, I'm surprised he actually hasn't hit that 100,000 mark because I absolutely love some of his content. Oh, we got more pages as well, so have a look at some of these other things. Forever Sports are there, of course. Yeah, doing rugby pod. All Blacks, just the All Blacks channel. That feels a bit unfair. 609,000, just the generic All Blacks channel gets to be on that list as well. Green and Gold Army News. That's not a channel I know, but it's nice to see that there's one there that's sub 10,000. A lot of the big channels, it gets very like, there's a very finite number of channels that people seem to watch. So I'm glad that there's a channel I don't know and one that's also sub 10,000. That's nice to see. The Rugby Analyst on 26.6. Again, I feel like he deserves to have more subscribers for some of the work that he does. And then Sky Sports, obviously, yeah. Wildcard seemed to have some videos really pop off over the course of the World Cup as well. He had a big boost in the old subscribers. And Black Jersey Analysis, again, another one that works really hard on videos. 15,000, maybe, should have a few more in there. And then SABC News, 2.2 million. Not very fair. I'm not competing with any of those boys at any point. A lot of you guys tend to be on after the end of the working shift, which is no surprise, really. I know the sort of audience demographics. This is one of the reasons why I think maybe I should have done this video after the World Cup. Other videos you guys watch, obviously the URC started now. So the URC sort of taken over that. But yeah, the South Africa World Cup, Egg Chasers. It's always Egg Chasers. I can't turn on YouTube without YouTube being like, have you seen these 13 Egg Chasers videos? It's my entire recommended feed. It's just Egg Chasers. He's absolutely dominated the algorithm at the minute. On to subscriber base then. You guys who typically watch most of the videos, subscribers who turned on all notifications for your channel, about 12%, and then turned on all notifications and enabled YouTube notifications, 7.3. Why is that different? Like, if I subscribe to someone I want to be notified when there's a video. I have no idea why. What's the point in that bell? What is YouTube up to? What a stupid system. If I subscribe, I want to watch their videos. I don't know why they have different sort of levels of notifications. Let me subscribe or let me not subscribe. I would like that to be the way it goes. The actual subscriber sort of percentage then, about 10% of people that watch subscribe to the channel, which is really fun. 90% of people that watch aren't subscribed, so maybe they only pop in for one video. But if you do find yourself that you're coming back again and again to watch the videos, hit that subscribe button, because it does really help the channel out in the algorithm thing. I don't know why people don't subscribe. I'm pretty good at, if I watch a channel 2 or 3 times, I'm like, oh, I'll hit subscribe. And on my own personal account, I have like hundreds of different videos I've subscribed to. In terms of the sort of, let's do the demographics first, because the demographics is fun. The female percentage of viewers has gone up, which is fun. We used to be on like 1. So we're up to 13.8. So welcome, ladies. I'm glad we're getting some more women into the sport and talk about it. I feel like the majority, the generic view of rugby is it's quite heavily male dominated, but I think with the women's game doing quite well as well, more women are getting into rugby, and just women enjoy rugby and watching some more YouTube videos and stuff, which I really like. I really hope to be a sort of channel that allows more people to access rugby. We don't do the hardcore breakdown analysis, really dive into it. I like things to be a bit more generic. I like trying to get new people into rugby, so hopefully we get to do that. I might try and do some coverage of the Women's Six Nations at one point. I just don't know enough about it myself. I need to sit down and watch a full one and try and learn a little bit to get into it a bit. The top geographies of where you guys are based. So South Africa is still massive. I'm really surprised of how well this channel does in South Africa, and we have a number of very passionate South African subscribers. You guys are down in the comments, you turn up in the live stream stuff, which I really love to see. I'm glad that this channel has gone more sort of worldwide, and it isn't just the UK teams, because we do a lot of the Six Nations stuff. UK obviously high as well on the 16%. This one though, really enjoy this. Fiji, 11%. In the last 90 days of all the viewers from Fiji. Absolutely love that, because Fiji is one of the nations that I enjoy the most from rugby. It's the international team I've seen play the most after Wales. I always enjoy going and watch a Wales-Fiji game. I've seen that fixture loads. Fiji was the first ever video series I had on the channel way back 4 years ago. It was doing Fiji through the World Cup. I love Fiji, so the fact that we're getting a bit of love from Fiji is awesome to me. Ireland coming in there on 7.5 and New Zealand on 5.8. Yeah, my channels aren't necessarily the biggest in New Zealand circles, but I think you've got people like 2 Cents, right, that are from New Zealand and therefore are absolutely going to probably get more than me. And then in terms of the ages as well, this is split up a bit. This used to be pretty even across the board. This used to be about 15% across the board, really. So we've had some switches up here. We've got a little bit more in the 13 to 17-year-olds, which again I think is a positive thing. I think one of the things about so many of the videos on YouTube to do with rugby, they're so analysis heavy or so breaking down of the game. I think they can be a little bit alienating for some of the younger viewers, people wanting to get into rugby. So I think trying to hit this demographic is actually really important, because it doesn't look like World Rugby's trying to grow rugby at any time soon. So I think trying to do some YouTube videos that allow better access for sort of that 13 to 25 bracket, get new people into rugby, I think is really important. So I'm glad to see that sort of growing a little bit. Of course, the bulk of where it's normally been, that 25 to 54 demographic is the bulk of where your viewers are. That's people into rugby who also watch YouTube, right? I'm really glad that we do have like a 55 sort of plus region. About 20% of the viewers are like over the age of 55, which is like my sort of parents' age. Anyway, they ain't watching YouTube, so I'm glad you guys are watching YouTube and into rugby and stuff. That's really fun. I mean, the big demographic is still 35 to 44, which I'm sure is people that have watched rugby for a long, long time and probably getting more into the YouTube videos and stuff. And the World Cup's been a big boost. I would like this to boost up a little bit more, because I would like to see more people getting into to rugby and stuff. But there we have it, guys. That's the sort of update from your guys' perspective, the audience, and some of the channel analytics and stuff. But yeah, I'm really glad that we got to that 4.8,000 subscribers. We're very close to 5,000, which at the start of the year I think we got to about 2. Had we got to about 2,000? So I think we've done very well over the course of the year as a whole. In terms of looking ahead then, looking forward to next year, some shifting up and some changing, because man, the World Cup has been a lot of work. That's why I've taken 2 weeks off. It was a lot of work to do. It was a bit of a challenge. I took days off work to be able to do videos every weekend. It's just endless content stuff to do with the World Cup. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. A couple of the videos did really well. Like I said, we had that couple of ones that got up to 20,000. The review video for that one got 15,000. It's nice to see some of them. Some of them didn't do as well as I expected. The predictions versus reality video got 1.4. I actually thought that might do a little bit better. I thought people would be interested in that because the very original one that we did, we have to scroll back all the way down here. The actual prediction video got like 7,000. I thought it might be more in line. I thought those sort of 7,000 people might want to come back and check it out. I know we had a lot of people in on the live stream as well. I thought that one might do a little bit better. A couple of the preview videos and the review videos, like the sort of England Argentina one, that underperformed. It seemed like Argentina across the board underperformed. A couple of the preview videos got a couple of hundred videos, which is still positive. I'm not going to be super negative about it. But just with the amount of work you're doing every single day, a couple of the teams that aren't, the sort of top 10 teams of the world as well. I wanted to cover them. I wanted to learn a little bit more about them, but they don't do particularly well on the channel. Argentina, Chile there got 200 views. A couple of them didn't do particularly well, even some of the big teams. New Zealand, Uruguay there, 200 views. Japan, Argentina review, 500. Again, not as many as I was sort of hoping for. So in terms of changes going into next year, then obviously we've got the Six Nations coming round. We've got some fun stuff still sort of coming up. We've got the Rugby 24 is coming out in January. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Still waiting to hear anything about that game. But we got the Six Nations going on at the start of the new year. But one thing that I've sort of taken away from doing the World Cup and over the course this year, the sort of views on the channel from me as a creator myself has been a bit rocky. It's been a bit roller coastery over the course of this year. I really enjoyed doing the World Cup because I sort of set my mind that I wanted to smash it out. But one thing I've come to realize just in my own personal life is free time to be able to do these videos has really been dwindling off and sort of going down. And I'm trying to work out why. I was trying to work out why I was finding it so hard to sort of constantly keep up with the videos and try and smash them on. And I've just sort of realized that when I started doing the channel 3 or 4 years ago, we were in lockdown and I started it for a bit of fun. I just wanted to talk about some nonsense and stuff. And I think 4 years ago during lockdown stuff, there was nothing else going on. Our lives got stopped and they got shut down. And the only thing to do was play some games and talk about some rugby and stuff. So I had quite a lot of free time. Over the course of that, work has shifted, life has shifted. We've all moved on a little bit now. And I've noticed free time has become much, much harder to gain. And keeping up with the demand of YouTube and how it works, you need to be constant in putting out content stuff. It's getting a little bit tricky and it's getting a little bit harder. And the impact of it is you sort of slowly grind yourself down trying to keep on top of it. And there has been situations over the course of this year where I haven't actually found the videos fun. I haven't been enjoying it. I've been doing it because I felt like I had to. And even like over the course of this last 2 weeks, I took 2 weeks off, took some trips away, did some stuff that I needed to do that I didn't do over the course of the World Cup. And over the course of the 2 weeks, I was like, I'm not missing doing the videos, which is kind of sad. I'm kind of like, oh man, that feels like a bit of a blow, because it's like, oh no, you never want to feel like I've taken a step away from the hobby and I'm enjoying not doing the hobby. And I think that's a bit of a blow and maybe a bit of a sign of just where I'm at over the course of 4 years of doing this. So looking ahead at some of the videos and what's been going on, I am thinking about doing some big changes to the channel and just trying to make my own life easier and try and do some slightly different videos from sort of the status quo that's been on the channel for a while, which will probably be a negative for the channel. YouTube doesn't like change. YouTube likes you to do one thing constantly all the time. I get a little bit bored with it. I want to do some different things. So I've done a bit of research into my own channel and really tried to focus on it. And one thing that I was really noticing was how much my channel is actually known for doing the gameplay videos and doing the commentary over the top and playing them, and how much better they seem to do. Like if we look at this opening weekend, France versus New Zealand, 3.6 thousand views. The preview video got 600. England Argentina got 1.9 thousand in the gameplay, 1.2 thousand in the preview video. Springboks versus Scotland 6.6. Preview video got 2.3. Wales Fiji 5.5. Yeah, that preview video dominated. That was a massive game. Pool C was enormous for this channel in terms of the views and stuff. But and it sort of carried on. I kind of wish I'd done more gameplay videos over the course of the World Cup, but I was so busy trying to get out the actual rugby content because I thought that was what would be better for the channel and what would help the channel boom a little bit more. And then I got ill in the sort of quarterfinals and semi-finals, so I just didn't have the energy to do it. France versus Springboks, 8.2 thousand. Actual preview video 1.5. Ireland, New Zealand got pretty bang on. They were pretty exact. Wales, Argentina 1.5 versus 1.8. England, Fiji 1.4 versus 1,000. So one thing I was noticing over the course of the channel is the gameplay videos of me playing Rugby 22, which will probably convert into Rugby 24, and doing the commentary and playing the games of what's happening in real life are either outperforming or equaling the preview videos. And the difference from my standpoint is filming all 4 of these videos. They're all about 15 minutes long, 20 minutes long. I filmed all 4 of them in an hour and a half, back to back, and I edited them. I had great fun doing them. I'm getting to play a video game. I'm doing some commentary. I'm getting excited about it. And I put some editing together and I put it up on the channel. You can go back and watch these videos at any time if you just want to see these 2 teams play. It doesn't have to be World Cup based. The preview videos are about 20 minutes long. They're longer because there's more stuff to get through. You have to find out about the teams. You have to be able to know knowledge about every single player, or the YouTube comments just ransack you. You've got to do player pronunciations correct. You've got to do a lot of work to actually get these videos to do good. And after the game is done and over, they stop. The video count stop. Nobody is going back to watch my Wales-Argentina preview video before that game. I can actually look at the analytics and they drop off completely. Whereas people might want to go and watch Wales-Argentina as a rugby video game. They actually might want to go back and watch that rather than just talking about the game. So I've noticed that the gaming stuff actually does much better on the channel, and that is just how it is. One of them is an hour and a half of fun and getting to be a bit creative with some of the highlights. The other one is 2 hours of work and then editing and then uploading and watching it drop off. The review videos are just work, but they're the thing that do best on the channel. Because of course they have that sort of stuff most people interested in rugby are going to be wanting to talk about, was the big games over the course of the weekend. What were people's thoughts on it? But whereas you just get to sit down and watch a game of rugby and enjoy some of the really enjoyable rugby that we had over the course of the World Cup, from like a content creator standpoint, you don't really watch the game. You've got the game on, you're making graphics, you're making notes. As soon as the game is over, you're rushing here, you're filming, you've got to remember everything that happened over 80 minutes. You've got to condense 80 minutes down into a 20-minute video or a 15-minute video, and you get endless comments of people like, but you didn't talk about this thing, you didn't mention that thing. How could you possibly say that? There's a lot of people who just contest you because it's sport, and that's how it is. So I think as the channel moves on into next year, I'm probably going to be doing a bit more focusing on the rugby gameplay stuff, which I know a lot of people necessarily don't enjoy because they're the demographic, like we already saw, sort of that 35 over marker, tend to not be that much into the rugby. They want to talk about the actual rugby and stuff, but it seems to be performing better on the channel. It's more fun for me. It's better time efficiency wise for me to do this sort of stuff. So I'm probably going to be leaning a bit more heavily into this. I'm going to try over the course of the Six Nations to do every single game as like a gameplay video, whether it's Rugby 22, whether it's Rugby 24. I'm thinking of condensing all of the preview videos down into potentially doing one video a week. So wait for all the teams to be announced and then do one video of this weekend's preview video and condense them all down, maybe a half-hour video that covers all 3 games, 10 minutes on each game sort of deal, rather than do 4 individual games. Again, I feel like there's probably a negative for the channel because some people might watch every single video and now they're only going to watch one, so you actually technically lose viewers. But just for time efficiency, I think it might be better for me to do it that way and try and make it a little bit easier on myself. And I'm going to have to see about the review videos. To be honest, the review videos are the area of the channel I enjoy the least. Weirdly, because you're talking about rugby, because they're actual work, they're actual effort, you have to be really on top of it, and they're actually quite tiring. I have great respect for the guys that do in-depth review videos at the end of games consistently all the time. I don't know how people do it. So in terms of the review videos, I'm going to play that one a bit more on the fly as to whether I want to, sort of keep on doing the review videos, even though I know they're the biggest bolster to the channel. The World Rankings videos are definitely going to be staying. They're ones that I actually really enjoy doing on a Monday, just checking out the World Rankings, see what shifted up because of the games on the weekend, going over the fantasy stuff. I'm really tempted to lean more into the fantasy stuff. And maybe for the Six Nations actually run 2 different leagues and have the Super Brew League as the sort of big Monday video, and actually do the actual Six Nations fantasy. I saw people's videos over the course of the World Cup where they were just doing, here's my World Cup Round 2 fantasy video. They put that out on like a Wednesday or a Thursday and they got 20, 30,000 views. and someone talking about the fantasy blew every single one of my videos out the water. And they are much bigger. They are people who enjoy doing the fantasy stuff. So I'm really kind of tempted to try and shift the channel a little bit more to doing fun, interactive sort of rugby stuff. So doing a bit more of the rugby gaming, doing a bit more of the fantasy stuff and some of the prediction stuff, and maybe dropping the review videos and condensing the preview videos into like one video per week, my predictions for the week and my thoughts on the teams for the week, and try and make it all into one video. And in doing so, you know, free up some more of my time and maybe allow me to be a bit more creative and have a bit more enjoyment than needing to, you know, constantly stay on top of the teams. So some changes might be coming in the new year. We're probably going to be testing some things out. We'll use the Six Nations as a bit of a buffer zone to see how we get on. But, you know, we've been doing this for 4 years now on the channel. We've made, you know, a really nice community of nearly 5,000 people who enjoy talking about rugby and getting into it. I know plenty of people don't like change. I don't normally like change either, but just in terms of me being able to sort of carry on and enjoying it, I just think I need to make some changes and stuff just to make sure I'm staying on top of it. We might get around to the Six Nations and maybe, you know, burning out from a bit of the World Cup. Maybe we'll get to the Six Nations and actually say, you know what, actually, yeah, I'm going to do all the preview videos for every game. There's only 3 games on a weekend. Maybe we'll do all the preview videos. Maybe I'll just drop the review videos. I'm going to chop and change. Nothing set in stone, but there probably will be some big changes coming, especially with trying to do a bit more of the gaming videos and a bit more about the fantasy league and what have you. There we have it, guys. That is going to be the channel roundup video for today. It's gone on a little bit longer than I meant it to. Leading up towards Christmas then, what have we got going on? We got some fun ideas going on. One thing that I'm really enjoying, seeing how many of you new Fijian subscribers we have on the channel and new viewers and stuff. I'm really tempted now that the World Cup is over to do a new video series and go back to my original roots. The first ever video series I had on the channel was playing as Fiji through the World Cup on Rugby 2011. That was the first ever series on the channel. I am very tempted to say that the next video series I'll do on the channel will be a new Fiji going through the World Cup, but we'll do it on Rugby 22, but we'll play as Fiji and see if we can win the World Cup with Fiji. I think that'll be a really fun little series of videos and show some appreciation for Fiji, who had a really fun World Cup and a lot of the new viewers coming onto the channel. If you guys have any ideas for some fun videos you'd like to see, make sure to drop them down in the comment section. I am kind of tempted. I know a lot of people do like a team of the year thing, but I always feel like they end up being just the same. Everyone's team of the year is basically the same, minus like 2 or 3 changes. I am kind of tempted to do one that is just a team of the year, but made up of people who impress me, that aren't your top tier performing players, but people who maybe I really wasn't expecting to do well over the course of the year, or people I had not massive opinions on, who outshone other people. So maybe a bit more in line with like a breakthrough team of the year, something like that. So to try and differentiate the channel out a little bit more. And then of course when we get round to Rugby 24 getting out, there'll be loads of news coming about that, hopefully. As we get into December, we'll be doing a bunch of videos on Rugby 24, and then when we get round to the Six Nations, I might do a live stream going over our Six Nations predictions like we did for the World Cup. You guys seem to really enjoy that as a style of doing your predictions and stuff, so I think that could be fun to do. There'll be a lot less games to go over than there was in the World Cup, bit of a shorter thing, and then we can do some other stuff on the live stream as well. But that'll be coming around, and then of course we're on to the Six Nations, and I'm looking forward to having some more rugby on the TV screens. But I hope you all enjoyed this one today, guys. Sorry it's gone on for ages. Congratulations to you if you've stayed till the end of the video. I appreciate you all immensely. Thank you to everyone who has been watching the videos over the course of the World Cup, subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff. I'll see you all next time, guys. Bye bye.